the greatest movie mogul of all time, the studio boss of studio bosses, my great-grandmother. I wish you could see my studio today, Grammy. That's it. Time travel, like in my next movie, Grandpa and Me, by Monique Martin. It stars the dashing Dakota House and the nutty Nathaniel Arcon. Jacobs, roll the film.
Hello, my name is Monique Martin, and I wrote Grandpa and Me.
Being alone really gave Charlie Whitehorse time to think, and that is exactly what he needed now. For a while, he thought that his father would come home and everything would be all right. But his father didn't come home.
So you can all see that history isn't just about great events. Every family has a history, and you're an important part of that. So your assignment this weekend is to trace your family's history. Trace the branches of your family tree, starting with your own last name.
Charlie? What's wrong? You didn't even say hi when you came in. Charlie?
Mrs. Shepherd assigned us a family history project.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do research on Dad's side of the family. It isn't fair.
Well, your father's moved back to the city now. Maybe you can go and see him. Hey, you know what? There's lots of pictures in the attic to both sides of the family. Why don't you have a look?
Do I have to?
Well, why don't you think about it?
Who are you? What are you doing here? This is my house.
Really? You don't say. Charlie, would you mind if I borrowed some of your clothes? Wow, this is marvelous. I always wanted to try one of these. They didn't have them around when I was a boy.
When you were a boy?
You don't understand, do you? How great this is to be young again.
Ken?
I don't know how much time I've got. Let's get going.
Wait. Who are you?
Jeremy Albert Whitehorse. I'm your grandpa, Charlie.
Well, you can't be my grandpa.
I am your grandpa. As sure as I gave you this T-shirt last year for Christmas.
Charlie, dinner time.
What's up, Mom?
Ah, Leslie, my daughter-in-law.
She's really strict, so you better watch out. Come on, Grandpa. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Charlie wasn't sure how his mom would take to Grandpa. He decided it would be best if she didn't know the truth.
Introductions, Charlie?
Jeremy. This is my mother, Mom. This is Jeremy.
Good to see you, Leslie. You're looking very well.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Jeremy just moved here from Florida, actually.
I see. That's where Charlie's grandparents retired to. Speaking of family, Charlie, did you find anything in the attic for your assignment?
Yes, I did. Jeremy's parents are out of town tonight, and I was wondering if he could sleep over.
I suppose so. Just don't stay up all night talking.
Okay. So here's the newspaper. It's kind of late to make coffee.
I can't believe it.
What?
I haven't been told to brush my teeth in about 60 years. I haven't had any for about 10.
Charlie wondered how much time he had with his grandpa. He seemed to be aging before his eyes.
I could see fine before supper. Now I need my glasses.
So, what do you want to do, Grandpa?
I want to go out and live a little. Let's go. Get that little white guy. This is better than shuffleboard.
That's because we're winning.
Oh, let's win some more.
Okay, cool down. I gotta concentrate.
Isn't it my turn?
How you holding up, Grandpa?
Oh, I'll live. You should tell your mother to buy a house like mine in Florida. Oh, one story and easier to break into. Leslie always did like this house. I tried to talk them out of it, but they both wanted it. Crazy kids. You know, I always did like your mother.
Yeah, I wish my dad did.
I always hoped they'd get along like they did when they were first married.
Why'd they split?
I don't know.
Grandpa, I think it may be my fault. I could have done something. Or maybe I didn't do something.
I don't think you had anything to do with it. But if you're not sure, you can always ask your father that question.
Charlie had to have an answer to his question. He was scared of what it might be, but he was even more afraid of not knowing.
Hello?
Grandpa, I was looking all over for you. What are you doing?
Hi, Pay. This is your dad when he was about your age. He was a handful, but for the most part, he turned out okay. This is your dad and you. When you were a baby, he held you just like a football. Charlie, the day you were born was the proudest, most joyful moment of my life. And every day since then, you've made me prouder. I'm sure someone else feels that way. It's time.
Don't go.
I gotta go, grandson. I gotta grow up again.
If you see my kid, say hello to him for me. Come and visit me down in Florida. We'll play some more of those video games.
All that had happened gave Charlie reason to take an early morning bus ride across town.
Dad?
Charlie!
Grammy, time to come to the future. Jacobs, fix this time machine. Old family photographs inspired Monique Martin to write a time travel tale. When this 14-year-old isn't writing, she likes teasing her adorable little brother Andrew while playing with her puppy Trixie. Timely story, Monique. Next, Sarah Anvery's story steps through time. My time machine's about to deliver my great-grandmother. I hope she brings candies. Grammy? Oh well, there's a much better way to time travel in Sarah Anvery's Best Friends Through Time. It stars the awesome Andrea Runge and the stellar Sarah Lind. Jacobs, roll the film. Hi, Grammy.
Hi, my name's Sarah Anvery, and I wrote Best Friends Through Time.
My daughter has been looking forward to meeting you, Mr. Feather. Isn't that right, Katherine?
Yes. My father speaks very highly of you.
That being so, Miss Bilton, if I may speak plainly, my only desire is to make you happy as my wife.
When she is of age.
Of course, in due time, and with your father's permission. Forgive me.
Mr. Feather was a rich man and not unkind, but Katherine despised the thought of marrying someone she didn't love.
It's not fair. It's not.
Remember, those of you with visiting pen pals, don't forget about your oral presentation this afternoon. I believe that means you, Jessica.
Can't come this week. My parents wanted to go to Costa Rica. Sorry. Pen pals forever, Lucy.
Psst. Psst, Jessica. Jessica, I've got the tickets for the symphony tonight. Are you still up for it?
My pen pal's gonna keep me pretty busy.
But you said if I could get the tickets, you'd go with me.
Oh, right. Maybe. Let's talk about it tomorrow.
But the concert's tonight.
Yo, Dad, I'm home. Business meeting, lasagna for lunch. Later, Kate, your dad. Hey!
I'm sorry. I was hungry. Please don't hurt me, sir.
What? I'm not a man.
You're dressed like one.
But haven't you seen a girl in jeans before?
You mean those trousers? Never.
What century did you just drop out of?
Just what century am I in?
It's 1998.
I'm 100 years in the future.
No, you're nuts.
My name is Katherine Bilton. I actually do live in the year 1898.
Jessica sat in her bedroom with a perplexed look on her face. She now believed Katherine, as unrealistic as her story sounded.
This is my mirror, I'm sure of it. Where did you find it?
It was my mother's. She found it in some antique store.
Fashion has certainly changed over 100 years. These garments are so masculine and so revealing.
Chill out.
I'm not cold.
No, chill out means relax.
You are an impertinent girl.
Always. Katherine, how would you like to be my pen pal? Katherine's hobbies are water polo and fly fishing and skydiving.
Actually, I prefer the new science of botany. I believe this nightshade is getting too much sun.
Well, anyway, that's my presentation. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Jessica's pen pal?
Does Katherine enjoy music?
Yes.
How'd you like to see a concert? With Jessica and me.
Right on. It would be my pleasure. A proper lady does not deny a gentleman's reasonable request.
Jacob is no gentleman. Are you sure you're not from the Stone Age?
What else was I to do?
Lie? Spit on his shoe? Tell him you're sick. That's what I'm gonna do.
Telling lies is no solution. A proper lady must put aside her true feelings and respect a gentleman's invitation.
I guess we just disagree. Jacob's been trying to get me to go out with him for weeks, but I don't like him.
Roses. Such beautiful flowers. But the thorn reminds one that you must handle them carefully.
Yeah, where's Jessica?
Jessica regrets that she's feeling ill this evening. But I'm more than pleased to be able to attend the concert with you. You were so wicked.
Coolest joke I ever played on him, and he didn't dare get me back. He's a good guy. We're going windsurfing this Saturday. You want to come? Hey, you could ask Jessica.
You had better ask Jessica that question yourself.
Yeah, she still owes me for these tickets.
Seems as though nothing has changed.
What's that mean?
A gentleman does not buy a lady's affections.
I've been asking her out for weeks. I thought if I impressed her with some tickets, she'd have to go out with me.
That's the worst way to win a lady's heart. It's Jessica's decision. Let her make up her own mind. It's late, Jacob. Thank you. I'll wish you good night. Good night, Jacob.
Oh! I could never talk to Jacob the way you did.
It's a lot easier when you're not speaking for yourself. 100 years away from here, my father wants me to marry a man twice my age.
Really?
But I don't love him. And I have no choice.
The way you talk to Jacob. I mean, couldn't you just tell this old guy you don't love him?
Why couldn't you tell Jacob?
I don't know. I guess we're the same. Katherine, what do you want to do with your life?
In my time, no one really cares what a girl wants. Least of all her intended husband.
Well, if this guy's really a gentleman, shouldn't he care what you want? Well, then don't go. Stay here.
I know my heart now. I'll be fine. I promise. He met at just the right time.
Friends?
Best of friends. cannot marry a man I do not love, no matter how much he wants me to.
But my house would be yours. Mr. Bilton, this is a complete surprise to me. I don't understand.
Chill out, Mr. Feather. What I mean is, I will not marry you.
Then a good day to you, sir.
You have your mother's strong will. Your heart is your own, to give to whomever you please.
Today we're going to learn about a woman whose interest in botany took her around the world.
Jessica, how about doing something this weekend?
I'm sorry, Jacob. I don't want to.
This is Katherine Bilton with the first flower she discovered in Africa. She named it Aethiopicus amnicissimus. Its common name is Jessica.
Wasn't that a good movie, Grammy? I knew you'd love it. Jacobs, roll the slides. Yes.
14-year-old Sarah Annery may have written a story about time travel, but she definitely likes living in the present. Sarah loves talking on the phone, playing soccer, and hanging out with her dog Ginger. Sensational story, Sarah.
And this putting green is where I do my best work, Grammy. Just like you used to do. You want to go home? But why? Ooh, like they say, Grammy, when you gotta go, whew, you gotta go. You.
Do you want to get your story on TV? Visit our website at www.storystudio.com or send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Incredible Story Studio, Box 470, Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, S4P 382.